Hello. I want to talk today about a psychological theory that falls into every single aspect of your life. You guessed it. It is Eric Berne's transactional analysis, and it is as sexy as it sounds. There are 3 ego states: parent, adult, child. At some point in your interactions and your relationships with other people, you will fall into one of those roles. You can't escape it. So let's talk you through them. Parent. This is shaped by your beliefs, your authority figures, the rules and regulations that you have experienced since you were a child. You can fall into 2 camps of parent. You can be nurturing parent, who is more caring and supportive, and you can be critical parent, who is more judgmental and structured. Then we have adult. This is the more logical, reasoned, rational part of us. This focuses on facts, problem solving, solutions, making decisions that are based on reality. And then you have child. Child is really important. Child represents our emotions, our creativity, the way that we reacted to different situations when we were children. And you can fall into 2 camps here. You can be free child, which is playful and spontaneous, or you can be adapted child, which is obedient or rebellious, anxious. It really just depends on the circumstances. And the transaction element of this entire equation is simply the interactions that you have with each other. So when someone says something, which is the stimulus, and the other person responds. Transactional analysis focuses on these different responses and the role that the ego state has to play in this. You might be thinking to yourself, Amy, why are you telling me this information? I'm clearly an adult. No, boo-boo. You respond and react differently wearing one of those different ego states without always knowing it. We have 2 things that we need to remember here. We've got complementary transactions and we have crossed transactions. Complementary transactions are when both people are communicating from compatible ego states. So, for example, adult to adult. And you guessed it, cross transactions are when we have one person communicating, for example, from parent, and one person responding from child. This can lead to conflicts and is oftentimes the root cause of why communication breaks down between people. Transactional analysis is one of my favorite things to coach and talk about because it offers you 3 really specific things. Number 1 is it helps you to understand yourself and others better. The key is self-awareness. Number 2, it will help you improve your communication and your relationships. I can guarantee you of that. And number 3, most importantly, helps you break unhealthy cycles and habits of communication and unhealthy relationships. So the next time you're in a conversation and you're like, oh, this doesn't seem to be going right, I want you to reflect on what ego state you might be in and what ego state the other person might be in. Reflect, correct, and adjust. Make sure you hit follow for more communication, life, and career tips. I've got you.